Andre, tough fought 6-round victory. Tell us about it.
It's a good fight. Tough fighter. Everybody, not everybody, but you get knocked down, you got to get back up. I think that's what separates, the mediocre fighter from a great fighter. And if you can't get back up, there's no shame in that. But I was blessed enough and fortunate enough to get back on my feet and finish the fight. And I think that's what makes a champion.
To be a champion, you have to be tested and get up. So do you feel that this is maybe one of the best things that could happen to get knocked down?
Listen, it's a badge of honor. I don't like to get hit, much less get knocked down. But if you get knocked down, you got to get back up.
Tell us about the shot.
I didn't see it, and those are the ones that'll get you. I get, if I'm not mistaken, was it a short uppercut?
Looked like a right hook, short uppercut.
Right on the chin. Yeah. So, I was fortunate enough. God gave me the strength to get victories and, year after year, and he gave me the strength to get back up tonight. So I'll give him all the glory.
What happened now? What was going through your mind when you find yourself on the canvas?
Nothing went through my mind. I was dazed. My first instinct is to get up, get on your feet. You somehow, some way, you find your way to your feet, and I was able to do that.
Now, we saw your trainer Virgil calling for you to hold on. Looked like you weren't looking to do that. You were still kind of fighting. What was your plan at that point?
That's part of growing. It's like he says all the time. It's prize fighting. We fight for a prize, and we fight to become great. That's the Lord's will. But sometimes your emotions get the best of you, and I like to scratch too. So when he hit me, I tried to get some get back. And but like I said, it's a badge of honor because I learned from it.
When did you feel like you got your legs back, got your mind back, everything was clear again?
I'm in tip-top shape, so just off of instinct, even when I was dazed, I still knew what to do. I knew to look to my corner. I got instructions. I didn't really listen, but I knew that I had to weather the storm.
Now, take us through the fight a little bit. It seemed like the first round or two, he came out to box, wasn't intimidated by you as some other fighters have been. And it looked like maybe in the third round you're starting to pull away and being more effective.
Right.
Is that kind of the plan, just to take your time, start boxing, and then pulling away somewhere in the middle rounds?
It just depends. It depends on the fighter. It depends on, how many rounds we're fighting. I go in there and I flow. We definitely have a game plan every time we go in there, but, I'm riding on the Spirit of God. And, that's what I flow on. So some fights will look different than other fights. Like I said, all the greats. Ali's been down. Floyd's been hurt. Sean Bell, if you name all the greats, nobody wants to get hit. Nobody wants to get stunned. That's a badge of honor. My father, who's deceased now, we used to talk about this day. My godfather, we used to talk about getting dropped, but can you get back up? And by the grace of God, I got back up. So I'm more satisfied with this fight than if I'd have blew him out in one round, believe it or not.
You obviously got some good rounds in. We found out, what you have in your heart.
Right.
You got to be pretty proud about that.
I'm satisfied. If you're going to have the critics, you're going to have people talking, but that's what they do. I was fortunate enough to get out that ring safe, and I'm glad my opponent did. But I took another step up. Muhammad Ali got knocked down many times, but guess what? He got back up. So I was able to do that, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm not in the least, bit embarrassed or worried about what nobody's saying.